Hello guys, and welcome back to another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition video. Today we're going to look at the Cumans, one of the 4 new civilizations of the Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, the last Khans. We're going to check out what's new about the Cumans, what's unique about them, what's their strengths, their weaknesses, and give our thoughts and our opinion on the civilization. So without further ado, let's jump straight in. Looking at the tech tree of the Cumans, you can see that they are classified as a cavalry civilization. And something very unique about them is that they can build an additional town center in the feudal age. This used to be unlimited. You could make 5, 6, 7, a million town centers in feudal age before. So thank God they adjusted that and balanced that out. Because when you were 5 TC booming after 15 minutes and the other guy is still in feudal age, there's literally nothing you can do. The other very unique thing about the Cumans is that they actually have access to the siege workshop in feudal age. Still shows in Castle Age on the tech tree, but you can actually build a siege workshop and a battering ram in the feudal age. This opens the door for a lot of all-in pushes in feudal age where you can actually take out production buildings. You can take out the barracks, stable, archery range, towers, town centers in the feudal age. So you gotta be aware of all-in feudal age plays from the Cumans from now on. The third unique thing about the Cumans is that their cavalry moves 10% faster starting in the feudal age. Speed bonuses in Age of Empires is always a huge thing, and I reckon this will be very important going forward, and you're probably going to see stable openings and scout cavalry play from the Cumans very often. The unique unit of the Cuman is the Keepchak. This is a cavalry archer that costs 60 wood and 35 gold with a rapid fire attack. It's kind of weird because it kind of works like a mounted Chukunu. It doesn't have the highest base attack or highest base range, also 0-0 in the armor upgrades with a 50 HP base stat, but like I said, it's a mounted Chukunu pretty much. And that's the wet dream of a lot of players that like to play the Chinese. The Elite Kipchak has 5 more HP and 1 more attack, but doesn't cost any gold to upgrade. It only costs 1100 food and 1000 wood. So worth the investment definitely if you're making a lot of the Kipchak. The unit is going to be a lot of fun to micro. It reminds me a lot of the Arambai or the Mangudai or the Conquistador sort of in how you micro it with the rapid fire attack. Again, you have to be kind of close to the enemy units to actually pack a proper punch, because accuracy on the long distance is not the best and you don't have the biggest range either. Especially when you think about that Cumans actually don't get bracer. Having a unique unit that is a range unit and don't have bracers is very strange, but considering that this is a unit that functions as a mounted Chukunu, I think that is justified. And again, this is a unit that is very fun to micro, and considering that it's mobile on top of everything, this is going to be a really powerful and fun unit to play. Cumans is one of the 2 civs that have access to the Steppe Lancer. This is a light cavalry unit with increased attack range. So it works in the same way as a Kamayuk, where you just have 1 extra range over other units, and being a melee unit, that's very unique, and one of the 2 units along with the Kamayuk who has this. It's a light cavalry unit costing 70 food and 30 gold, says it's strong in groups, and it has base stat of 60 HP, 10 attack, 0 melee armor, and 1 pierce armor. The elite upgrade costs 900 food, 550 gold, and gives 20 more HP and 2 more attack. Looking at the unique techs of the Cumans, they have the Steppe Husbandry in the Castle Age. This costs 200 food, 300 wood, and makes light cavalry and cavalry archers train 80% faster. This pretty much turns the stable and the archer range into potential Goth buildings for the Cumans. In the stable, this counts for the scout cavalry line all the way down to hussar, while in the archery range it counts for the cavalry archer. The second unique tech of the Cumans is the Cuman mercenaries. This costs 650 food and 400 gold and gives each of your teammates 10 free elite Kipchak in their castle. And before we make a full tour through their tech tree, we're gonna look at their team bonus, which is Palisade Walls having 50% more HP. This might seem like a very silly and nonsense bonus, but actually I think this is going to be one of those underrated team bonuses. If your teammates want to go for a fast castle or greedy approach, having 50% extra HP on those walls might actually save the game. Going through their tech tree at the end here, we can see that their blacksmith has everything except bracer, which we already pointed out. Again, very strange that they don't have it considering their unique unit is a cavalry archer, but I kind of like it. And also with the Steppe Husbandry, which makes those cavalry archers produce like Goth Huskarls. Having bracer missing is probably a good idea for that unit. Looking at the archery range, they have access to crossbowmen, elite skirmishers, and the heavy cav archer. They don't have hand cannoneer or arbalest, so it does make sense that they are, like I said, a cavalry civilization. If they're making a unit from here, it's probably going to be the skirmisher. or the cavalry archer. But again, you're missing bracers, so the archery range is actually quite lacking with that in mind. In the barracks, you can see they have full access to fully upgraded champion and halberdiers, and also having supplies and squires with arson makes the barracks actually really good for the Cumans. And as we saw earlier in the stable, they have access to the hussar, the paladin, elite step lancer, and also to the camel rider. They do have bloodlines and husbandry as well, so their focus on the cavalry, being a cavalry civilization, definitely in place. When it comes to siege, they have access to the siege ram, the siege onager, scorpion, and siege tower. Missing heavy scorpion and bomber cannon is not the end of the world, but their siege workshop is still pretty solid with the siege ram and siege onager. Again, considering the fact that they are lacking bracers, that does mean that their water units also kind of hurt because of that. Luckily, they do have access to the fast fire ships, so Imperial Age water is not the end of the world still. They do miss shipwright, dry dock, and all these techs here though, so again, dock not really the main focal of the Cumans. Very unique thing for Cumans as well is the amount of lack of upgrades in the university. They don't have fortified walls, architecture, bomber towers, siege engineers, keep, arrow slits, treadmill crane, guard tower, the list goes on and on. So you can see that they are very focused on actually having units to fight with. You don't rely on walls, you only have palisade walls. You don't rely on towers because you only have watchtowers. So I feel like Cumans is very directed towards actually playing with a lot of units. Looking at the castle, they do have access to all the upgrades there, and moving on to the monastery, you can see that they actually have access to all the techs in Castle Age. This means that the Cumans can actually be a really good monk rush civ, although when you transition to the Imperial Age, missing theocracy, block printing, and illumination, you probably want to leave those monks behind. And looking at the economy upgrades for Cumans, you can see that they actually have access to everything except stone shaft mining. So economy upgrades, definitely top notch for the Cumans. I tried to get expert opinions for this video as well from Fatslab, from Tato and Jordan, but again, just nonsense, so I found a better one. Isn't that right, Floyd? So, final verdict time for the Cumans. I think Cumans are a really unique civilization. Cavalry is probably what you're going to be going for here. You do have full text for your champion and your halberdiers. Siege ram is very helpful, siege onager of course as well, but Cumans are all about the cavalry. Cavalry archers missing bracer is a little bit of a downfall, but still with the step husbandry and being able to produce those cavalry archers like that, they can still be an option. The step lancer is a really cool unit you want to be mixing in as well. On top of that, you do have paladins, and again the keep chuck, the unique unit. Imagine having meat shield in front of mobile chukunus. Pretty awesome! When it comes to ranking the civilization, it does lack the early economy bonuses you usually look for when it comes to competing with the top tier civs, but having access to one additional town center in the feudal age is actually huge. Of course, it's a big investment on cost, 275 wood and 100 stone, but it pretty much means you can secure a second area completely in the feudal age. Also, having access to the battering ram can make it really interesting. This is honestly the most unique civ I've seen so far in Age of Empires, and I can't wait to see how it plays out competitively. With this in mind, ranking this civilization is super hard. Depending on how the meta plays out and if we can figure out how to play these bonuses, I think Cumans could very easily be top tier when it comes to 1v1. We might also just find out that adding that extra town center is too expensive in feudal age, making battering rams in feudal age is too expensive, so the civilization might also settle in the mid tier. But I still have high expectations for the civ, and I think it's gonna settle among one of the top civs. In team game as well, we don't really know how this bonus of the making town centers and ramps in feudal age is gonna play out. Still, cavalry being faster makes it a really powerful pocket civilization, and I think it's gonna hold its ground as well on the flank. So, still probably gonna settle as one of the top 10 team game civs as well, maybe top 15. I don't really know, it's really difficult to rank these new civs. There you have it, my thoughts and my opinions on the Cumans. Now keep in mind again that this is pre-release and there might be changes coming up the next couple of months. So if you're watching this at a later stage, there's a big chance that things have been adjusted, that balance has been made. So keep that in mind as you watch this video. For the next video, we're going to be looking at the Lithuanians. So I thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed the show, and I'll see you in the very next video.